Absolutely. Well, he is in a federal court right now in Boston. He's only 21 years old, but he is making his first appearance under these charges of leaking U.S. classified documents. He's actually been charged under 2 counts of retaining secret materials. One is specifically on the unauthorized retention and transmission of national defense information. The other is unauthorized removal and retention of classified documents or material. Now, these are under the Espionage Act charges, and each one of them could give him up to 10 years in jail. So we're looking at potentially 20 years or more if he is in fact found guilty under these charges. We also heard from the prosecution that he'd actually searched for the word leak on a government-issued device. We heard that just a short time ago, which is, the prosecution clearly building this case against him to try and find him guilty. We know as well that he was a member of the intelligence wing of the Massachusetts Air National Guard. That's the state reserve force of the U.S. Air Force, essentially. He was an airman that was arrested just yesterday on Thursday after he'd actually been identified by U.S. media. And he was the administrator on a Discord gaming group in which it seems he shared these documents in this forum to younger members of the group. Now, some of those group members have actually been interviewed anonymously, and they're saying that he did it because he wanted to show them what war was really like. He'd asked them not to share them further, but of course we now know that people did onto social media platforms. It was a group basically that young men and boys gathered to really talk, particularly over the pandemic, and some of the subjects they talked about included their love of guns, some innocent stuff such as memes, but also some more sinister stuff that could be sometimes racist. But in particular, they played war-themed computer games. Teixeira was the unofficial leader. He was called the OG in this group. And it seems that he had been sharing some of these documents from as early as October, so quite a few months, in order to, inform and impress this group. Now, he was actually found and discovered, it seems, because of a very distinctive countertop pattern on his kitchen table. That's been matched from the photographs he took of the classified documents on these tables in his family home with some of the photos that his family members actually posted online.
And questions are being asked, aren't they, about why somebody of Jack Teixeira's relatively junior rank would end up having access to these documents?
Well, absolutely. And we're talking here about documents that include information from the Russia-Ukraine conflict, maps, logistics, information about Russia's plans, which suggests U.S. infiltration, also about spying on the Ukrainian President Zelensky, and information about Egypt potentially getting involved by sending rockets to Russia, as well as on U.S. allies. So we're talking about Canada, UK, New Zealand, South Korea. So there's a potentially big diplomatic fallout from all of this. But in terms of access to these types of documents, it's actually not that uncommon. Junior-level intelligence members, which Teixeira is, have these level of privileges. And we're talking about people in the range of tens of thousands who are members of the military having this kind of access to documents. But absolutely, it does raise big questions to the Pentagon in particular about how this was allowed to happen.